has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Now then, welcome back to Thursdays on the Tabletop. And we're going to begin a brand new Let's Play. The Darkest Dungeon of Nemsun. We're just going to play this game. I've been really looking forward to playing this game. Let's just call it Darkest Hour. That'll do. We are going to play this through, regardless of how many views and likes I get on this video, regardless of how many views and likes I get on the series in general. I want to play this game. I've been waiting for this to come out. I've seen it, and I wanted it. And now I've got it, and now I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. So there.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay, so it begins with the tutorials and stuff, as always. I've already played it for a bit. I couldn't resist getting started just to see if it was worth recording, and I've enjoyed playing through a few times. Not very good, not very far, not getting very much done, but I'm loving the graphical style and the interface and the way the game plays. It reminds me of...
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The Hamlet is just ahead.
It reminds me of some classic dungeon crawling in maybe a Call of Cthulhu style game put on the tabletop.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
We get random encounters and things like that, and random loots and stuff to play around with. There's a kind of a tactic system involved, which I quite like. We'll talk about the tactics and things quite a lot as we go through it all. We're just going to get attacked lots, and we're going to do lots of fighting. But I love the fighting style and the way things are working in this. It's so unique,
Give
so
them no quarter.
Original. It feels so cool to play. I'm enjoying it already. So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy a series on it. Oh, interactive objects. Here we go. So, get random encounters and random things that we can interact with. Now, I just click on it, check inside the tent, and hopefully no traps go off.
Leave nothing unchecked.
Get a bit of gold. That's nice.
There is
That's
much
like
to be
1,000
found
gold.
in
That's pretty
places.
good. And work through, and we go through these little places. It's a very, very simple game to play. It's a very, very easy flow.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
But it's also a very difficult game to beat, as it were. I don't think there is going to be a possible way of beating it as such. You just keep playing it until eventually you get somewhere. Hopefully we can get good at it. Hopefully we can get some decent stuff. Every champion, every hero that you've got has got like a character class. This guy's a highwayman called Dismas, and he's got 4 abilities that can be used in combat, and a moving forward or backwards in the order of things. So we've got the system for it is very cool, and I'm sure we'll get into it a lot more. But let's just blast these early bad guys. Boom. let's just blast things to start off with. Smack. Take him down. This guy, the Bloodletter's got 35 hit points, and he's quite hard. The guy at the back behind him has got that pretty good skill of being able to blanket shot, which means that he's hitting everybody in my party all in the one go, which makes it difficult. This guy, I'm using his Grape Shot Blast, which basically means that as long as he's positioned in either slot 2 or 3, he can use a Grape Shot Blast to blast the first 3 slots of the enemy. So he does damage to both of them, which is a big advantage, of course. We want to take out the melee person, but we also want to take out the missile person. We want to take them all out, but sometimes in some battles, the missile people at the back are actually doing the most damage, and the guys at the front can sort of hack it because they've got lots of firepower. Let's do this. This one affects both the front 2 slots. But in that case, it took him out on his own. Maybe he takes up 2 slots. Oh, we dodged it. That's awesome. Okay. Point blank shot. Boom. Oh, damage. And that made him back up 1 because he couldn't stand his ground. Oh, dear. Okay. They're bleeding currently. They bleed 1 damage every round at the minute. Wow, that's bad. And now he's in the front slot. He can't use these other abilities. This ability requires him to be in the back 3 slots, and this ability requires him to be in the 2nd or 3rd place slots. So he can now only fight from the front, so he can only do this sword fighting melee style. But that might be enough. Oh, he's going to bleed. He's going to bleed out. That's good. Our guy's going to bleed out as well. I think the hardest thing to manage in this game is about the... let's see, can I attack him? No. Can I stun him? No. Can I shield myself? Maybe. Yeah, let's move forward a space. Let's do that as his action. They get to take it in turns to do actions and things like that. The good guys and the bad guys all take it in turns. But now we should be able to take out both of these. Yeah!
The biggest size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
And get the loot. Quest completed. But before we go, we're going to open this chest up and see what loot's in there. There might be a trap though. It's trapped! Oh no, he's got blighted. That's not so bad because we're about to finish the quest. So that's okay. So we victory on the old road. We get to claim the monies, we get to claim these heirlooms, and these heirlooms are very important for upgrading the village. The main thing here though is this like stress levels that the guys have. Madness and stress get upon them, and they get these little abilities when they have completed a dungeon or gone up. So this is deviant tastes. He's not allowed to visit the brothel to reduce his stress. That's fine, we don't mind that. This one, he's a mediator. Improved stress reduction while meditating. He's a meditator while camping. Okay, so he's going to be good at meditating to get his stress back. That's all right. That's good. That's a good skill. We like that skill.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now. and you are bound to them.
Bound to them. Alright, so week 1, we get through lots and lots of weeks as well. There's no real time for weeks, it's just, it tells us what's going on. Stress levels are signified up here. When they get too stressed, they become very, very different types of heroes to play. We've only got the 2 heroes currently, and we've got lots of quest goals, over the course of many, many, many sessions, no doubt. We've got lots of quest goals. And get help when we mate. No, we don't need the help, thank you. I've already done all that. All of these little places that are highlighting in the village are places that we unlock on the way, and little useful places they are too. This one here, the graveyard, literally we just see
Most will end up
fallen
here,
heroes.
covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Awaiting merciful oblivion. Oh, he loves it, doesn't he? And the stagecoach allows me to recruit new heroes,
Women and
which
men,
is
soldiers
perfect.
and outlaws,
Lots of different
fools
classes of types.
and corpses.
And
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
we can only actually have 9 in our roster unless we do some upgrades. The upgrades cost us these little things down the bottom here, the little deeds and crests and things, the heirlooms that we pick up from missions. So we upgrade places like this with getting those. And, well, if you don't manage this carefully, you do get things wrong, right? And things can go awfully wrong at some point. So this one, the stagecoach network, can be increased to have 3 heroes available. 3 heroes. So currently I've only got 2 heroes available. And I need at least 2 heroes to make this a squad of 4 to go on a mission, really. I could also do the barracks, which increases my roster size from 9 to 11. Which is also very good because these guys take a lot of times out between missions. You're never really using the same group twice, as it were, because of their stress levels. And oh man, it just costs you so much. It's fun though, it's so much fun. Let's drag these 2 heroes out for now.
Pious and
Forget the
unrelenting.
upgrading. Forget the upgrading for now. I don't think I need to do it straight away, but I do need to get a good party size going, and I need to empty the stagecoach so that 2 new heroes can arrive next time round. What else we got? We've got nothing else we can unlock at the moment, so we need to just get on with having another little mission.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So the only place we've got unlocked at the minute are the ruins, and the ruins give us the shield and the bust. Yeah, bust and shields, crests. There we go. And we also get some rewards from it if we complete the place, if we complete these ruins. It's a skirmish, unholy abominations turning the light against itself. Meet them in battle and learn how they fight, and then beat them all up. We've got to complete 100% of the rooms in order to gain the rewards. Having the guys actually survive all that is hard work, I tell you. Let's see though. You can right click and it'll bring up their like character sheet. So we've got an apprentice crusader here. The horrors I've seen, I do not know what to say. He's currently got more bad quirks than good quirks. There is a way to remove bad quirks, so that's not too bad. Warrior of the Light. While light is above 75, he gets plus 10% damage. Very good. Kleptomaniac, prone to stealing items, which means he might open things in the dungeons all for himself. And if there's a trap, he springs it. But there's nothing I can do to stop him, because he's a kleptomaniac. God-fearing, he will only pray for stress relief, which is fine. That's good. Okay, we've got plenty of options for that. That's a good one. He will not visit the brothel, but he will only pray for stress relief. So we won't do stress relief in the brothel anyway, so those 2 don't really matter. They're quite fine. And the kleptomaniac, we can probably do that anyway because we'll just not worry about it. But that's that. Okay, so we've got also attack modifiers, critical hit chances, and damage. This guy's the bit of a tank at the front. We can increase his armor and his weapons a bit later on to do more damage, but he's currently doing 6 to 12 damage. And he's got a decent array of basic skills. His preferred positions are the front 2 slots, and his preferred targets are the front 2 slots on the enemy team. Okay? We also have some camping skills, but we'll go into those a bit later on. This mess is quite good overall, with he's not allowed to gamble while in town because he's a known cheat. That's fine. We can do stress relief without having to gamble. He can just go drinking instead. That's fine. Hard noggin. He's got plus 15% stun resistance, which is resistances down here for the different things that go on. Quick reflexes, so he's got plus 2 speed, which means he'll be acting quicker, more likely to get the initiative during the first part of the combat. And meditator. He will improve stress reduction while meditating. So we can have him meditating at the church, and we can have Reynord praying at the church. That'll be fine to get rid of their stress levels. He's currently only got a basic stress level of 9 out of 100. When they get to 100, bad things happen. And it gets to 100 very quickly sometimes as well. Some of the things that I want to get here, I want to get him so that he's always in like the second slot. The preferred position is back up, as it were, the second slot, to be able to do some shooting. But I also want this point blank shot unlocked, and maybe a duelist's advance. A bit later on we can unlock the skills and choose which 4 we want to use on our missions. Now for the new guys, the new people. Bon Valet. Bon Valet is a seeker. Basically a priest, a Vestiel. Her quirks are quick reflexes, so she's got good initiative. Health below 50%, she gets plus 1 speed, so she gets more initiative when she's on low health. Dark temptation, she's prone to investigating the dark arts. There's an encounter you can have which is potentially devastating for you, and she's going to be doing it automatically, I presume. And she's obsessed with food. So when I'm going on a mission, I need to make plenty of food so that she can eat regularly. Her favoured position is also the second position at the minute. And that's not so good for me because I want to put Dismas in the second slot. So I really want her to be in the third slot. So this melee bash is not going to be any use to us. The Divine Comfort, that's good for the third slot. That heals the party 1 or 2 points. And the Illumination, that's okay with the third slot as well. That does a ranged attack. And the Hand of Light, that only works in the first 2 slots and is a ranged as well. So I don't like those. I want to try and get this Judgment, which is an attack and a self-heal from the third slot. And Dazzling Light, also from the third and fourth slots. And Divine Grace, also from the third and fourth slots. So we want to unlock her skills, if anything, really. This guy, Hodine, is a Seeker Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor is a quirky, awkward thing to play. They've got some good grenading skills and that here, which he hasn't got, unfortunately. But he does have Battlefield Medicine from the 4th slot, and his preferred slot is the 4th slot as well. Also got Emboldening Vapors, which gives plus 15% damage, which is a good support character to be able to give the guys at the front plus damage. And also got Disorientated Blast, which looks like we can aim at the back ranks of the opposing team and shuffle them around a bit and do a little bit more damage and stuff. Maybe move them around. It's useful, but I'll probably change it as soon as I can for a grenade or blinding gas, which can stun them or something like that. But as they're the only 4 we've got right now, they're the ones that we're going to be getting. We can rename them and dismiss them and do all sorts of things with them. But we've first got to try and get through this first little ruin.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
You'll want to take different supplies depending on what region you are going into, how long the quest is, and your own preferences, but always bring some food and torches. For your first short quest, try and bring at least 8 food and 4 torches. Well, I'm going to do just what it says. The one thing I've discovered, I'm going to take 6. The one thing I've discovered is you use gold to buy these provisions, and if you don't use the provisions, you don't get the gold back. The provisions are still used up. We're going to get 6 of each, torches and provisions, and we're also going to get a shovel, just in case. Now that's already used up a lot of my gold, so I'm hoping that I'm going to actually be able to do this. I might get a couple of bandages as well, just to try just to try and stick it out and try and take this whole mission on properly, all the way through, start to finish, and never have to go back in again. Hopefully. Alright, let's get on with it.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
We've got a little map of a few areas that we can explore, and we've got to decide which tiles we want to head through, which rooms we want to go through. We've got this light level as well, which is bonus for scouting and surprising monsters, which is why we've got the torches in our inventory. We can increase the light level back up again. It will slowly but surely drop back down. Some of them, as you potentially knew, have a better bonus when it's bright as well. Have a bonus to hit things when it's bright. We can't go anywhere from this room. This room's just here. They can do a little dance on the screen for us. I still love these graphics. It's a cool graphical style. But let's start by going to this room over here. So now we're in the corridor. We're going to have to walk down the corridor. And whatever we encounter. Aha! Well, this is just a pile of rubble that we're going to need to shift. So let's shift it.
Even
we
the
brought a shovel.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Normally, if you shift it by hand, everybody takes a little bit of stress and a little bit of damage from having to do it all. So I don't really want them taking lots of damage, so I brought a shovel. I can clear it with a shovel, and it just goes. No obstacle there whatsoever. Now we got some tomes of knowledge. Let's get the... Whoa, 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 whoa. I did not mean to switch you around like that. That's not what I planned. Okay, get off. You. Take these books. Look at the stack of books. A stack of literacy treasures in an unlikely location. Reading a few pages has a lasting effect. Slugger. What's the slugger thing he's got now? Slugger. Melee. Oh my days. I didn't think I was going to get melee bonus from reading books. I should have had him do it if I'd known, but now... Now our plague doctor, who's going to sit at the back, is a slugger and good at melee. Awesome. He can't even attack the front slots, I don't think. Where next? Through this door, maybe? Oh, yes. Look at the animations and the graphics. It's awesome, isn't it? So now we're scouting the area. Because it's so bright, we're allowed to scout a bit. So now I can see areas. I'm not really sure what these rooms show up for, though. What they're actually showing here. I've got 2 rooms there that are fairly empty. And I've got 2 rooms there. That looks like a big hostile thing. So maybe that's a place that I don't want to go to straight away. I've got 2 chests there. 2 places to explore. And at least 1 encounter there. This way I've got books and an encounter. Yeah, let's go this way and have this encounter over here. So we've got... First thing is treasure. This time the warrior's going to open it up and have a look, see what's in it. Lasting effect on the hero. Resolution. Oh, it's a disadvantage. In town, we'll never drink. Okay, so he will only pray, he will not visit brothels, and he will not drink. That's fine. We can deal with that. We don't need to worry about cleaning that one up. And the other treasure is a torch, which basically gives us a torch for free. Awesome. Now we've got 7 torches to increase the light level. When it's dark, it's bonus to stress. So we right-click the torch and put the light level back up a bit more.
The light.
Get it back to 100.
Promise of safety.
Yep. Reduce the stress levels that we're going to gain. Oh, we got some spiders. Webbers. 7 hit points each. A dodge of 13 each as well, which means that hitting them is going to be a bit hard. We've got no need to heal right now. The illumination, we get +5 on torch, and the target gets a dodge. Minus 20 dodge. Let's give minus 20 dodge to the first one. He resisted. Oh, well. Grape shot. Both dodged. Oh, nimbly spiders dodging around all over the place. Noxus Blast. Let's do extra damage on the warrior. Let's give him a buff, a bonus. Plus 15% damage. And then let's see if he can smack them down. Oh, they dodged. Dang it. Okay, so the dodge of 13 really does make these beasts very difficult to hit. They've got a 67% chance of hitting back as well. That's terrible. They're going to do some real damage.
As the fiend
There's
falls,
one down.
A faint hope
Okay,
blossoms.
this one, let's see what the Weber does. 2 damage, that's not too bad, we can deal with that. And he resisted the poison effects or whatever. Let's open the vein and slash it. Oh, killed with a shot. Nice move.
This expedition at least promises success.
500 gold and a crest to do upgrades in the village. That's what we want. Little town. Let's see what's in the room itself now. Just an empty room. So this icon here is empty room. So now we're going to head back over to this room, which means we'll pass by the torch and presumably we'll pass by the thing again as well. Can I collect the torch second time? I don't think I can. No, there's nothing there. Okay, no problem. But the pile of books? Nope, can't do the pile of books either. You see that? She just got a bit stressed. She got 3 stress points for some reason. I don't know why. But she just gets stressed as they're going around. Okay, now we're in this room. Let's go over to this one and wander through this corridor. Treasure ahead, I'd wager. Hunger. Let's eat some food. They get hit points back when they eat food. They get 1 hit point back as well. Okay. I've used my shovel already. Oh, really? I only get 1 shovel per thing? My days. Okay, well, we got to clear it. Everyone takes a little bit of damage and a lot of stress gets added to them for moving that.
Purpose.
It's terrible. Okay, let's get the Plague Bearer, Plague Doctor to open up the urn. Sentimental gifts hidden inside. Ah, good. Some monies. Awesome. And now we're back into the next place. Okay, now we can retreat at any time. We can just abandon the quest and run away. But the more we can complete this time round, the more money we'll get. The 2 places we've got here looks like that's a very hostile place, and this one could be a treasure room. So I think we're going to head over to the treasure room and clean up all the treasures around. Try and get as much money out of this as we possibly can. A disarming trap. Scouted traps will be visible on the ground when you approach them. Select a hero and click on the trap to disarm them. Some heroes are better than others. Well, I don't think I have a hero that's particularly good at disarming, but I'll use the Highwayman because he sounds like he's the most likely. And disarmed. Awesome. That was something to do with torch then, yeah, was it? The stress and monsters' attack and damage goes up. Okay, so I need to use some torches to make the light bright again. That's 95, that's not too bad. Nice radiant light for us. That should keep them off. We've got some knowledge here. Let's have the Vestel. Have a look in the bookshelf. Volumes are dull and uninteresting. Oh, great. Doesn't get anything from that. And in through the next door into there. Oh, man. Oh, we've got a fight. We've got a lot of undead. We've got some bone arbalisters, which are 16 health. And some bone soldiers, which are easy to kill by the looks of it. But they are unholy. And this guy